Number 14, the right wing. We've got Sergeal Petersen here with us. Hello, Sergeal.
Hello, Katu.
Hoe iets in jou tand? Ek sien jy glimlag so lekker. How are you doing?
I'm all good, thanks.
Good. So, busy season in general for all our rugby players in South Africa. So that's why I need to break down some positions. And one of the questions that come is about your position of number 14, which is the right wing. This is 1 to 15, made just for you by Bright Rock. We've teamed up with the Vodacom Bulls to bring you all the details on what exactly rugby players do. So tell me about it. What are your jobs on the field?
Oh, so I mean, the wingers are essentially your faster guys.
Humble, that was nice, yeah. We're back.
The faster guys on the outside. And specifically, as a right winger, 14 is to work more on your work rate. Get around the park, do the, I wouldn't say dirty work, because I mean that goes to the forwards.
Okay.
So we're
not taking their shine.
Yeah, I don't want to step any toes or anything. But work rate is the most important for a right winger as compared to the left winger, where is the runner, the strike runner, the bigger, stronger, more physical. Yeah, on my side, at the 14 side, is your faster, fitter, workhorse.
And why is that? Is it because of the position on the field, or I guess your opponents are, right?
When you oppose the 11, he's the bigger guy. So you need to evade and be much smarter against a bigger opponent. So in comparison with the two wings, I think the 14 is the one with the brains.
I guess who will take you? Okay, well, no, so we know that now. And in terms of who will take you out and defend against you, who's the most, I guess, common position that will take you out?
The 11.
Solidly the 11 and not like the center maybe?
With the 14, your dominant foot is generally your right foot. So you step inside, which is easier. So you kind of get those matchups against the 13s and the cross covers, but
mainly 11.
Mainly 11.
Okay, so that's the guy you facing when you get the ball. How fast? do you need to be in, and then also how fast are you?
You need to be the fastest. I'm the fastest
ever
in the history of. No, I'm just joking.
In the history of rugby, I'm the fastest. I'm Sergeal Petersen.
Yeah. But you need to be pretty fast as a right winger. Also very fit to keep up with the chasers and all that. Getting back to support your 10s, your 15s on the counter attack. So it's a lot of running involved when you on the 14
So it
side.
really is like that, eh? You're not making it up when you say that.
No,
there's a lot of running.
Not at all.
In terms of that, how much running do you actually do? Do you have a kilometer clocking yours? Do you know?
Not really.
I
just tend to go. Sometimes I'm on autopilot and it's just, you don't think about anything else, but just keep staying in the fight, keep moving, get up, and try and compete with the next battle. So.
And in terms of your biggest communicator that sets you up in a good position, who is that? Who would that be on the field?
15 and 13 are the biggest communicators, especially for the wings. So 15 obviously essentially can see everything from the back, especially when it comes to defense. That's the guy that relays the message to you and you relay it inward towards the 13, and he's kind of the general within the defense system. I'm kind of the link between the eyes. Baie praat.
Okay, but so you're the link between the 13 and the 15. So on the field, we'll be watching and we'll be seeing you chat with the 15 and the 13 mostly, and a bit of banter to the opponents, right?
Oh, a lot of banter.
Oh, is it? Yeah. What's your favorite line to gooi that way?
No, I can't say it on camera.
Okay, because it's a secret, because we still have opponents coming, we can't give it all away. You answer the question with what makes you a right wing versus a left wing. What is it about the position that Sergeal likes? Like in your DNA, what have you always liked as a rugby player growing up?
Just moving around the park more than what the traditional winger is, perceived as, to stay on the wing, be there on the outside channels. With the modern day wingers, you've got to be an hybrid. It's called the outside backs now for some reason.
Yeah.
Because you
don't like that.
Yeah,
eh?
no.
It's not fun.
Don't mind it, because now you're seen as a 13, 15. You're kind of a hybrid.
Okay.
So just moving around the park and not staying stationary at your wing position.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
just roaming around, always moving.
So you could potentially be somewhere else on the field, not just there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you swap out with anyone depending on the game plan? Or
yeah,
not?
And that's how it works on the field. When you move into a certain position, someone else has to take over, because it's the team sport. So I've got your back, you've got my back.
I like that. That's nice. And I mean, clearly you want to work hard, because you said since growing up you like to run around. You want to be all across the park, right? In life, in general life, that hard work, does that translate to your personal day to day? Like, where does that come from?
No, 100%. I think in life, with anything, resilience is the most important thing. Just to stay in it and go through those dark times, because at the end of the day, you're gonna come out stronger. Whichever way it is. Relating that into my game, it's trying to stay in the fight every single battle you're in.
Yeah.
High ball, tackle, run.
I love that. I love it. All the wingers go like when they explain that we're all like this.
Yeah.
Die. That work rate and that working hard and staying in the fight mentality, was that instilled in you from a young age?
Yes, no, definitely.
Who do you credit that for?
I think my older brother, because I'm a middle child, so I
shame.
always
Sorry.
competed against him. Always competed against him with everything, and he's bigger, stronger, faster.
He's older.
Yeah. But it didn't, keep me from, at least trying.
You were in the fight.
In the fight, I just stayed in the fight.
Sibling rivalry, hey? That will activate a lot in you. But also someone will probably activate a lot in you is your S&C coach, Andre. Nervous laughter. Hashtag nervous laughter. Just wonderlijk. So he summed it up quite perfectly in terms of work rate of a right winger. But I guess from your perspective, training them in the gym, what is the difference between a right wing and a left winger?
I think the training in the gym is very similar.
Okay.
They do a lot of jumping, a lot of speed work, a lot of sled sprints where they have to either push a crawler or we load a sled at the back and they have to do acceleration work. And as an older athlete, Sergeal only needs a certain amount of sprints to get him going.
Older, that's 30 years old.
30 years old, yeah.
That's older, it's just the muscles showing that age, hey?
Yeah, but we just keep him primed so that he stays
I like
at the top
that
of his game.
We keep you primed. Yeah. Doing that is those exercises, or what extra would you do?
We work hard on him on his hamstrings. Both left and right wingers will work on hamstring work, and that we normally do either by gluteam work in the gym or just natural, just sprinting. Sprinting is probably your best way to get the hammy strong. And I just had a look now. He normally covers about between 500 and 700 meters of high speed running in a game, which is about 19.5 k's an hour, faster than that. And he sustains that quite easily.
And is that average or is he above average?
No, he's above average.
Oh, wait.
30 years old.
A prime and above average. We love that.
But he's a champion.
What makes Sergeal great in that position?
His attitude. He's not scared to work and he works really hard, especially off the ball.
And that communication as well coming through. And also, strength obviously has to come in given that he faces the 11 wing, which is technically a bigger wing. How do you do that?
With explosive work.
Okay.
So we do a lot of hang clean, power clean work with him, jump squats, make sure that he has that power. So when a big guy like, say, Serena runs at him, he's able to withstand that force.
Do you do anything extra to help with, priming yourself?
I just think just continuing with your prehab, prevent any serious injuries long term. So I think the prehab work and the rehab work that I've been doing, especially now that I've come back from my injury, has been really good. It's been helping me a lot, especially in my trunk work, my core. So that's really a very important thing for me to help the other muscles not to overwork.
What is the biggest thing coming back from an injury? What are you worried about after their first game or in their first game back after, coming back, let's say, from a long-term injury?
It's just load. If he can sustain the load that the team is at and the load that he had in the rehab. So we try to merge the two with each other, and the rehab and S&C work quite well together to ensure that he's at adequate load so that once he starts playing with the team, that load is not too high. It's not a massive spike for him. So it's just easy to integrate into the team.
And on game day, how you would save him in a way is by making a replacement earlier if you feel the load is taking on too much in that time, in a game day scenario.
Yeah, that's normally a
would it not happen
prerogative on the game.
Okay.
But in the week, we might say, listen, this guy's acceleration or velocity-wise, he's hit too much. So let's pull him back on a Thursday or a Friday. You're not allowed to sprint this day. But we manage the load accordingly.
It's a lot of science, eh? So respect. Even though it makes you
whatever
sweat.
he says, I believe.
Well, there we go. Quote that later. Andre, thank you so much. Now, Sergeal, we're playing the bounce. I've got 3 super random questions.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of racing a cheetah?
Never in my life. No, not at all.
What is your most cherished possession?
Possession.
Yeah, possession or position. Seker 'n week, maar what is your most cherished possession?
My Bible.
Nice. Goes with you everywhere.
Yes.
Any soccer overseas?
Overseas, any backpack.
What is your current, favorite TV show to binge?
Or
if you are a binger.
Yeah, I am a binger. I started watching, Shrinking at the moment, so absolutely love that series. Yeah.
Okay, so we're binging that. And before that?
Well, I think I did it in 3 days. Finished 2 seasons in 3 days.
He's even fast through the series, yeah. Not just that. Any other series you're keeping an eye on? Because with all the traveling, surely that's part of it.
No, it's a lot. Shrinking. What else have I been binge watching? I've actually gotten really into the Korean series on Netflix. Yeah, helps with my reading,
Okay, there we go.
The subtitles.
Sergeal, giving you 2 recommendations here, Shrinking and some Korean show. So let's hope for that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a right winger, Sergeal Petersen. Thank you.
Thanks.
Dankie vir jou.
Baie dankie.